So I know this is a thing only people that are starting YouTube channels think about, or people that have been doing YouTube channels for a long time think about. But like continuity in YouTube, it's ridiculous. I change shirts so often throughout the day that if I'm in a different shirt in one part of the video than another one, please excuse it. It's not filmed on 2 different days. I'm just weird. Like, this shirt doesn't feel right now. It's feeling weird. Like, it's grabbing me in strange places I don't like. You know, like my upper body, and it's contorting in a certain way, and it's just making me feel all weird. I'm probably going to be in like a few different shirts in every video, and it's something that you and I both just going to have to live with. I feel like I was born to wear collared shirts. I don't know why. I think I just have such a round head. There's something about the V of the collar accents my round noggin. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Good Night Streaming. My name is Jake Smith, and today I want to tell you a story. Alright, and before we get started with the story, I just want to remind you that I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at J Goodnight. It's a fun time just to hang out, have some conversation, play some games. So if that seems like something you're into, please come by. I'm always happy to see you. So a story takes place about 3 days ago in the wonderful land of this office. And it was my regular time stream. I had been kind of putting it off the entire day. I really didn't want to. You know how it is when you know you should do something, but it's the fact that you have to do it that makes you not want to do it, even though you really like doing it. It was one of those situations, and I just kept putting it off, and I didn't really want to get into it. But I said, whatever, I'll sit down and do it, and it'll be great. I sit down and I start up Hearthstone, and I'm very, very fond of Hearthstone, but it just wasn't clicking, and no one was watching. It was that I didn't know how to commentate over Hearthstone, still being very, very new to the game. So I didn't know how to comment over it, and then I started losing pretty bad, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I just ended the stream. And I sat back in the chair, and I went, you really shouldn't do that. You say you're going to do it at this time. You say you're going to get up and do it at this time, these days. Just get up and do it. I said, all right, fine. I'll stream something else. And I was like, well, Overwatch is going to incinerate my laptop. So do something easier. And I set it on Minecraft. Now, I know no one is playing Minecraft streaming, and no one's doing it. So I thought, man, at least I'd be original. I started up Minecraft, just playing my regular world, and I kind of have this system. When I'm playing something by myself, I just kind of use it as therapy. I have to process things in my brain out loud. So by saying, by just talking the entire time, it makes my brain happy. It makes me understand why I'm feeling the way I am, what feelings I'm actually feeling. And so that's what I did. I started doing Minecraft therapy, playing on this world, and no one was there, and it got to be pretty nice. It's a little weird at first, just talking to yourself, but after a while of just playing Minecraft, just planting seeds or swimming or building something, and just talking, just letting your brain do whatever it wants to do in your mouth, complying, it got me in a very calm place. I wasn't making very much progress in the Minecraft world, but it felt very relaxing to just kind of vocalize it all out loud. So about 10 minutes before I was about to wrap up, I looked over at my little side monitor here and to see if anybody had come in, or if there was any change on the numbers or anything. And I saw such and such has hosted you with up to 5 viewers. And I thought, what? I am very new to streaming. I'm very new to streaming YouTube, this whole thing. I have experience in video and like audio production, TV production, movie stuff, but I'm still very new to streaming. And obviously being new, I've never been hosted before. I've seen, the first time I saw a host happen was I was watching one guy stream for the very first time. It was my first time watching a live streamer, and he ended about an hour or two in, and he said he was going to host somebody, and the chat said, oh, host somebody that's not popular in the Overwatch category. He said, okay, and he hosted this one guy, and he dropped like 800 viewers on him, and the guy just lit up. He was ecstatic. It was so much fun to be a part of, and I ended up following that guy and watching him some more, and he's incredible. But that was my first experience with not only live streaming, but with hosting. And to see that being handed to me from someone I didn't know. I did not know this person. It's being dropped a few people. Again, it's not 800, but it's just a few people. it was weird. When I watched that guy in the Overwatch category with 800 viewers dropped on him, I thought, why is he stuttering? Like, why can't he put his words together? This is so easy. Just be like, oh man, thank you, I appreciate it. Hey guys, how you doing? It happened to me with less than 5 viewers, and I was like, no, what's happening? Hi guys, I'm just trying to build. A few people stayed and like talked for me for a little bit, and I told every story I could think of. I was as fun and engaging as I would. I stopped the therapy. I stopped the like, why are we here? and started being a little more entertaining. But after about a half hour, they all kind of dwindled off. One of them followed, which was great. Thank you, my dude. But once I kind of figured out that they all left, I signed off the stream and then stopped it and looked. I wanted to see if it was real, like if this was real. And sure enough, it was. And then I went and found the guy who hosted me and watched the end of his stream. He was saying he was going to host somebody, and his chat was saying, oh, host somebody like this and this. He's going to host somebody with no views in the Minecraft category. Your boy. What happens next is what I want to stress as the importance of this video. This is not a video for me to just gush, like, I got hosted for the first time. Oh my god, it's so cute. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the next few things he said once he decided he was going to host somebody. So I started to think, what made me stand out? What made him pick me to host, right? Now again, this is not a celebrity size event. This is a very small scale event, but we're small scale, right? Like if you're watching me and you're thinking about streaming, my dude, we're small scale. That's just the way it is. So I want to stress the importance of this small scale event, extrapolated into a bigger context, right? When he said, I'm going to host somebody with 0 views in the Minecraft category, that's a lot of people. That's a tremendous amount of people. So he's decided that he wants to host somebody with no views in the Minecraft category. That narrows it down to the list of probably 200 people that was streaming at the same time as me, right? Then he said, I want somebody with a face cam. Right there. That's like lesson 1. Have a face cam. It's something humans want to see other humans. No matter how like introverted you are, humans want to see and connect with another human. If you're uncomfortable with a face cam, by all means, leave it off until you're more comfortable, right? It's fine. But have some kind of representation of you on the screen. Like you can have an avatar that moves with you with Adobe Character Animator. That's a lot of fun. You can have your hand on your mouse. Like find some way to show that there's a person behind the screen. That just helps a lot. And that's one thing that helped him narrow down to me being the selection. Now the next thing he said, I couldn't help, but he had clicked on somebody else and said, oh wait, they're speaking Russian. So you can't help that. But what that does say is that the person who was streaming that was Russian was speaking. If no one's there, be engaging. Make people want to be there, right? Because if you're just sitting there waiting for somebody to show up and someone shows up and they start talking, then you're going to respond to them. You're not going to have any practice, right? Talk like the world's there. Talk like 10 people are there. I'm talking to you guys like you're right here in front of me. I don't know any of you. Be interactive, be fun, and then when people come by and they see you're fun, they're going to want to stay because you're fun, right? Be interactive. Be the person you want to interact with. Now, this last thing is what I want to stress as I think the thing that impacted me the most. Again, less than 5 viewers, but I think this principle extrapolates widely to entertainment, to being a creative person, to doing anything, literally anything in life. I think this principle extrapolates to. After he left Mr. Russian, he kept scrolling, and then he found my stream, right? With the webcam, he saw that I was moving, then he clicked on me, and he heard me in the top box talking to myself, but pretending like people were there. And then the first thing he did after looking at me was he clicked on my About section. That's very important. I think that's very, very important because I think the About section is the thing most people, when they're setting up any kind of account on any service, go through, put in some placeholder stuff, and then move on, and they come back to that very last. You're more likely to upgrade your lights, cam, or anything else before you will go and redo your About section. He went to the About, and the first thing he said, he read my bio. 1 to 2 sentences, and in my bio, I just list off a few things about myself that I think are interesting that people can talk about in chat. So if anybody's you know, they're like, oh, who's this guy? And they click on my about. They see that I've done stand-up comedy, that I just graduated, and I have a big orange cat named Cashew, and he's delightful. These 3 things are just points of interest. They're just things that you can attach to, right? So if you had a cat, you would want to talk about cats with me, right? If you love stand-up comedy, I would debate your favorite stand-up comedian for hours, right? These are just points that you can attach to me, and you just get that little bit of information from my bio. They're just very important. Bios are incredibly useful if you use them right. Then after he read the bio, he scrolled down to the panels. The panels confused me. When designing my stream for the first time, the panels were so confusing. So I spent a lot of time doing research and figuring out how you use panels, the best way to do them, how I wanted to do them. And as someone who has made college television shows before, I really wanted to get better at branding. I wanted to get my colors nailed down before I started. I wanted everything to kind of look the same. Basically, when you see something that I've created, I want you to know that I created it, right? The way you can look at something and just know who made it. I wanted that right off the bat, which is great. It's very useful and has proven very helpful in both, you know, doing YouTube stuff and then doing Twitch streams and then even on Instagram in some ways. But it also was a hindrance in the beginning because I didn't know what to do yet. It's kind of hard for someone with very little graphic design skill or any art, you know, ability in general, to pick colors and designs and make stuff work in a design language. This is all to say that making the panels took a very, very long time. It took about 2.5 days straight of trying to figure out what colors worked and how I wanted to represent myself, and if these were too flashy or if these looked too techy. All of this mental work went into making these panels that I eventually just made in Canva. But a lot of work and preparation went into making it, even though it might not look super professional right off the bat, right? It was the heart and energy that went into it that I think ultimately influenced his decision to pick me to host. And I say that because after he scrolled down from my bio, he saw my panels and he went, oh, okay, he's got good panels. These look very professional. That's very important. That's very, very important. My panels were not designed by a professional. My panels were designed by someone who wants to be a professional. Even though they're not there yet, they're not the highest of quality. At the 0 viewer, bottom of the rank Minecraft streams, I had the best there was. That's what matters. That little extra work that you put into something is what's going to take it from where you're at to where you want to be, right? It's that extra step, going just a little bit farther, doing a little bit more, staying up a little later. These little things are what's going to take something that's here and put it like off frame up here. It's these little details, spending that extra time in Canva to get the colors right and to get the framing right, putting them in the right order. This is what's going to take stuff to the next level. I'm not these big informative channels. I don't have years of experience. I want to share what's happening to me right now because I think it can be helpful. Take the extra time. Instead of playing a game for a few extra hours, take those extra hours and make something better, right? Take what you have and make it better. Adjust your lights, right? Do some tweaking on your mic and the EQ. Take some time and fix your panels. Make your design language work through everything you're working with. That will take you just a step farther into being the best streamer, the best content creator, the best writer, director, actor. This little bit of extra work is what's going to push you past everybody else. And if that's what you really want to do, that's what you got to do, is just work a little bit harder. You can work as hard as everybody else, but you're going to get just as far. Go a little bit farther, and that'll stand out. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you gained something from it. I know I gained something from it just talking about it right now. So if you found it useful, if you found it entertaining, please leave a like. If you want to say something to me, please say it. If you want to see what we do next, please subscribe. And if you want to hang out with me some more, come by on Twitch at jgoodnight. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there, and I hope you all, please, have a good night. I'm gonna try and do like a funny intro for the videos. Does this count?